I've got something super sick for you. All of the video you're about to watch was actually filmed before I knew this would work. But let me tell you, this works and your mind will be blown that you never thought of this. This is awesome. Any of you Jeep owners, you're gonna love this. Please share this video. It turned out great. What is happening, YouTube? I've got some serious Von Hackery, urban engineered, sweet old Jeep behind me. We're gonna show you how to fix super cheap and super quick. So check this out. I pulled off the brakes, and just like I've said in past videos, do not over tighten the bolts because you will strip them out. This person that had this sick old Jeep right here really did some Von Hackery on this thing. But that's okay. I've got a super simple, super cheap fix that'll save you from replacing that knuckle or even using helicoils on it that will eventually fall out. This is super cool and super quick and locally sourced. So what he did is he took one of these caliper bolts. Well, this is actually not a caliper bolt, but he took a caliper bolt and he put a nut and some washers on there. Hey, I totally get it. Sometimes you're in a bind and you need to get it done. So you might do some Von Hackery like this, but then he added JB Weld on the top of that. I've got a super solution for this that you folks are really gonna dig. So my name's Clay with Clayway, and we're here in Muskegon, Michigan. And if you've got a question for me, you can hit me up on Clay's AC and Auto Repair on the Facebook Messenger. I don't collect information or any of that stuff. I just try to help you save some money, keep it in your pocket, and fix your cars. I can't help you with your baby mama drama though, so keep that stuff to yourself. If this video is helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, and give me them sweet old thumbs up. Remember, if anyone else can do it, I promise you, you can do it too. Now I'm super stoked about this Jeep. A good friend of mine, Paul, picked this up for 6,000 bucks. It's a 98 with 124,000 miles on it, manual transmission, 6.0 straight six. You guys out there and some of you gals out there are gonna know that that was a steal in 2021. But, you know, there's some stuff done. This is one suspension, has great tires on it. I do still, even with this Von Hackery that's been going on down here, think it was a good deal. So what we've got is obviously a stripped out hole. Now the top one's just fine, it's not bad, but you can use this procedure for both of them. What we're gonna need is a 21 64th drill bit. And when I show you this part, you're gonna know exactly what I'm gonna do. Some of these from down at the old Home Depot. Take a look at that. So for $3 and the cost of a drill bit, if you don't already have it, and hopefully you have a drill, we're gonna drill this out and we're gonna put these in there. You can Loctite it down with some JB Weld because it may spin, but for the most part, I already know that you know exactly what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna go ahead and drill this out. Make sure you drill it out square and make sure you drill it out straight. So look at yourself as you turn it. We should be able to use the 21 64ths for this. And on top of that, if it doesn't work, we would still have enough space to enter in a helicoil inside there. We don't really want to do that because the problem with the helicoil is if it doesn't grab well enough, it's going to pull right through. But if we put this in there and then get this to seat down, we should still have enough space for our brake pads to go over that. I actually had a couple different scenarios that I had went through in my mind and did it. And I should have done this to begin with because I'd have been done in like 20 minutes. Come on, man. These are 8mm 1.25 pitch T-nuts. And like I said, they're available at Home Depot. Mine was aisle 17, bay 14. I'm assuming most Home Depots are set up that way. They're in a bunch of slide drawers that you pull out. And they were at the very bottom, of course. Took me a minute to find them, but we got them. So now we're going to drill this out, 21 64 style, and go to town. Okay, so we need to bend down these edges, so we just use a pair of vice grips, get it on there kind of half cocked, and then you got her flat. Whoa, that was not good. Well, we're going to start with the 5/16. So hopefully we don't break another drill bit. I'm guessing I don't know my own strength. Gotta go get another 21/64. Okay, so let's try this again. 21/64. We've used the 5/16 to drill it out a little bit. And hopefully I don't push too hard. Now that we did that, let's see if our T-nut fits inside the hole. It's pretty close, pretty close. We might have to go up to 23. The next size, that might be just a little bit too small, so we might go on to 23 and see if a 23/64, but I'll let you know here in a second. So for those of you who did not watch the video and only watched a couple of seconds, you're missing everything that I'm going to say, because now we're at 11:30 seconds. Now we do want this to fit tight if at all possible. We don't want it to go right in there. But that looks like it's pretty darn close. Just wondering to myself if I shouldn't put the bolt in there and try to push it in so if it collapses at all, it won't collapse in on itself if we try to hammer it in, because we would like it to be somewhat tight in there. So, and the next thing we got is 23/64 that we can go to, so we may give that a try. Oh, that's the ticket right there, y'all, and it fits really nice and tight. So because we know it's a possibility that it could spin in there, it doesn't have any gnarls on the outside of it to hold it, we're gonna go ahead and just shellac on some JB weld behind this thing, or we could pop a couple tack welds in it. You know, but whatever, just need something to hold it. It's not like it's going to be impossible to get out if we, you know, busted the pen or something like that. We should still be able to get this out if we do something that's just a little touch on the side in there to make it stay. Now we're going to take the area where we apply the JB weld, we're going to clean it up a little bit. Maybe you could take a die grinder or whatever, knock a bunch of this loose rust off of here. We do want it to adhere to there, because nobody wants to be trying to take out this bolt later on and not be able to get the sucker out. That would be a pain in the butt. Then you'd have to take a screwdriver, put it in here, and bend the flap up to hold it. Nightmare times, I'm quite sure, and then somebody's going to be cursing my freaking name. Now I'm going to mix up a little bit of JB weld, and we're going to use equal amounts of both types of tubes. I don't think we're going to need too much. I want to mix this up till it's all a gray consistency, almost a metal color. Now we just need to spackle enough of this on here so it'll adhere to the metal. Bada boom, bada bing. Oh, if I only knew how to put it in the hole. Now, let's say, for instance, you can't get it to hold square because you don't want to hit your hands. You can just screw the bolt in there a little bit. Hold on to the bolt. With a little bit of whacking, you'll be able to get around. Now, ultimately, you can put the brake caliper on right now, tighten it down, because all that's going to do is help hold that on there as that cures. So pretty much, bam, you're done. How easy was that? I'll bet you I kept a couple $100 in your pockets for not taking it to the repair shop and not buying a whole new spindle. So thank me and thank my buddy Tim, because he's the one who ultimately came up with that idea. I'm not a carpenter, because we all know I'm carpentry challenged. So I have no earthly idea what you can use for wood, but this worked really, really good, and I'm really super happy. The thing is, you do not need to over tighten these. You can look up the torque spec. I'm pretty sure it's right around probably 25 foot-pounds, maybe 35, I don't know, but you can look it up. All I know is
people often over tighten these. They don't understand how this actually works. They think that this is holding the caliper on. All these do is move inside here. There's really virtually next to no pressure because of the length of the bolts. If this caliper goes all the way out, it's really still not applying pressure to the end of these bolts. They're specifically designed to not overextend and pull out the threads. People think that they have to be so super tight, but they don't, people. You do not have to over tighten these, and then you would not be dealing with this crap. Anyways, at least I was able to show you a clean, quick, simple solution that will last you decades.
Wasn't that freaking awesome? Wasn't that freaking awesome? I absolutely love that, because from a mechanical standpoint, there's virtually no way that could ever fail. Anything else could have possibly failed, especially that little thin-ass iron that they put that stupid thing in there. Anyways, if this video was helpful, please consider subscribing, clicking the notification, sharing my videos, and giving them a sweet old thumbs up. And if it was cool and you dig it, put on one of my tips and tricks or possible reasons why playlist at nighttime. Turn that old volume down on that computer. Let them videos play from front to back. And remember, if anyone else can do it, I promise you can do it too.
God bless, folks.
Have the greatest of days.